It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Hey, go and get that bonus. Work. Let me see your devotion. Work. You deserve the promotion. Work. Can't leave without that notice. Shout and make it right. Work that thing around the clock. Everybody came to see it. Got a line around the block. Cashing out the ones. I got funds and they never stop. DJ play a song. I'ma let them fly just like a fly. Boss status, dripping all platinum. Got a floss habit. Throw that money. Ain't no jaw jacking. I got more baggage. Show me some. I can change your life if you don't know what's up. Seen it from the front. Now back it up just like a loaded truck. Ay, I got plenty paper. I just wanna spend with you. Ay, I ain't got nowhere to be, so let me chill with you. Ay, you the prototype, the baddest one up in the room. I just wanna see you making move in your birthday soon. Ay, work. Hey, go and get that bonus. Work. Let me see your devotion. Work. You deserve the promotion. Work. Can't leave without that note.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this Saturday. I know we've been so caught up in what's going on in the whole J. Cole saga that I've kind of missed out on speaking on the latest updates with Cardi B as she's kicked off the Little Miss Drama Tour, which is something she's been building up to for quite some time. And as the tour has kicked off, it looks like a lot of other things have been kicked off as well. Now, right before the tour started, when the Super Bowl took place last weekend, we started hearing rumblings that Cardi B and Stefon Diggs have called it quits. Right? Then there was the talk of, the different women that Stefon actually had at the Super Bowl. One of the baby mamas, they'd say some girl Pre was there that's associated with Offset, or somebody that he was smashing in the past was in the family and friends section or something like that. So people were speculating about what that meant. And then the day before the actual Super Bowl, Cardi B was asked what her message was to Stefon, because people were still under the impression that they was together, and all she had to offer him was a dry good luck and a walk off. Okay? So everybody came to buzz about, oh shit, looks like they've gone their separate ways. Okay? Now, to be honest, that's kind of what I was leaning towards advising anyway. I've said it on my channel a couple times. I'm like, yo, Cardi definitely got to jump off the wagon with this dude. He's a sinking ship. When they was messing around and it was all good, it was all good. They decided to have a baby. A lot of people disagreed with that. I'm like, hey, they're two adults. If they have a baby, that's what they do. They have the means to take care of it. They have the baby will go on to probably have a great life, regardless of how we feel about their situation. But in terms of the relationship, it just seemed like, every other week this nigga got a baby or a baby on the way. Every other week there's some kind of allegations on that nigga's name. I'm not saying what he did or didn't do, because I do not know. And when the facts are presented to the world, we'll see exactly what he did or didn't do. But to have that as your public dude that you out here going all in for, not really a good look, especially when you already just left a nigga who was going through a lot of the same shit. You know what I'm saying? It's basically the same nigga in a new costume with a little bit more bread. Lot of bit more bread, to be more specific, but still two sides of the same coin. So seems like that's over with, but they'll continue to have to be linked moving forward due to the child. Patriots ended up losing the Super Bowl. Word on the street has it that Offset ended up winning $1 million for betting against the Patriots, right? We don't know. I don't know. It could be true. It could be it's some bullshit. Offset really shouldn't be out here gambling a motherfucking thing. We already know he's going through financial turmoil. It just goes to show the level of irresponsibility that he's dealing with. But hey, congratulations to him if he did in fact win $1 million on Super Bowl Sunday. Hopefully he don't blow it all in one place, like going back to the casino. Now getting into the Little Miss Drama Tour, right? Just kicked off a couple nights ago. And I've seen that the internet has definitely been buzzing about the looks. People are comparing it to Renaissance. They say she definitely was paying hella attention to Beyonce um, during those Renaissance and Cowboy Carter tours, which absolutely she was. She made appearances at both. So there's no surprise there that she was taking notes. And, you know, Beyonce is the standard, the light bearer, the torch bearer in modern music. And she's been holding that position for quite some time. So, yeah, you want to learn from the best. I wouldn't be surprised um, an ounce, right? I will pull up some of the footage. Not gonna go through a lot of the footage because a lot of it is getting recognized by YouTube. I'm seeing, so I ain't got time for copyright claims. And of course, some of the backing tracks still have her vocals in it and stuff like that. So it's gonna get detected. But we'll play a couple clips that have gone viral, right? As with all things going on in female rap, even if they are positive, like having they reported a sold out turnout. Of course, there's people out there that have been debating on whether or not it was truly sold out and trying to use that as a dig. I'm sure touring data will come out with those stats. I do have some touring data stats, but I think those stats were released before the show actually took place. And I think it was at like a 93% capacity at the time, but they reported it sold out just before Cardi went live. So either way, it's a hell of a lot of people in that motherfucker. So let's get into this tour opening, right? The intro for the tour, which is going to be played on the screen in every city. And it's had a lot of people talking in terms of the visuals. You know what I'm saying? Artists now, they're focusing on visuals, making it cinematic, giving you that feel. We talked a lot about that with the Grand National Tour as well with Kendrick.
Award-winning recording artist Cardi B, known for her chart anthem, now accused of a crime spree that has led the trail of devastation in India. International rap superstar is on the run after being linked to a series of brutal killings. And report any sightings immediately. According to police, the victim, Cardi B, who has always been a controversial bloggers, journalists, and most chillingly, several female rappers. If these allegations are true, it will undoubtedly be one of the darkest chapters in music history.
All right. And of course, that's the whole opening sequence going into the Am I the Drama album with Dead, which still is crazy. But those are the opening visuals from the tour, getting into her about to come on stage. As with all things Cardi B, we also get the drama. Okay. So on opening night, she also talked about ICE. Of course, with all of the crazy shit going on in the world, going on in America, ICE detaining innocent people, folks with no criminal record, actual citizens, and targeting people of Hispanic descent. She spoke out.
Mexicans in the building. Come on out, floor.
She loves singing that.
Bitch, if ICE come in here, we're gonna jump their asses. Bitch, I got some bear mace in the back. They ain't taking my fans, bitch. Let's go.
All right, that's just as she's getting into I Like It Like That. And once again, I cannot play the clips because of copyright reasons. I know I would love to play actual footage, but YouTube, they're getting real advanced with their music detection shit, and it's getting out of hand for the creators. Gotta be honest with y'all, though. I'm always gonna be honest. Now, with her speaking up about ICE at the concert, that ended up coming with some ramifications of Homeland Security coming out on Twitter. As you can see here, TMZ posted it. They said Cardi B jokingly threatens to jump ICE at her concert. DHS, Homeland Security, comes out and says, as long as she doesn't drug and rob our agents, we'll consider that an improvement over her past behavior. Now, of course, for detractors of Cardi B, people that don't fuck with her, people that don't like her, this is always something that gets brought up, and it's probably going to be brought up until, Kingdom Come. As she was a stripper, she drugged and robbed men or whatever. I could have swore the intent of the men that were drugged and robbed was for them to actually sexually assault her. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? At the time, she did what she did to have to get away from a situation. If that's the dig that you want to take, go for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning with this YouTube shit as I've been doing it for a few years now. I'm not in the business of convincing anybody left or right. All I could do is voice my opinions and give y'all the news. Everybody that disagrees or feels another type of way, hey man, that's how you feel. That's your opinion. I can't change yours. You can't change mine. But Cardi B claps back. She says, if we talking about drugs, let's talk about Epstein and friends drugging underage girls to grape them. Why y'all don't want to talk about the Epstein files, right? So she's like, y'all taking time out of y'all day to talk about me and try to bring this up. But let's talk about what's going on right now. Let's talk about what's been going on for all this time with Jeffrey Epstein and all these motherfuckers. What's going on with the connection between our current president and these files and these little girls and all of this nasty shit that's going on that y'all keep trying to suppress or that y'all are holding on to and trying to put out there in dumps so that people don't really have time or the effort to put in to read through all of that shit. I think it's 38,000 mentions of our current president with a whole bunch of nasty shit going on, right? But y'all don't want to talk about that. I think that was actually a good clapback, but honestly, this falls into the category that I was talking about just a couple months ago. Remember when Gavin Newsom first came out and he was trolling Nicki and talking about how he chose Cardi B and that became a thing? Like now you got all of these different people in political positions in our country that are now taking part in the stand wars of choosing Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, or a Nicki Minaj. And I told y'all at the time, I do not like that shit. Right? Now, I understand Nicki is trying to use her connection to MAGA as a power play. She's throwing it in our face. She's saying she don't give a fuck who she offends by doing that. I totally understand that. And of course, the MAGA folks are using her as a political pawn that she literally signed up to be, and she's playing with it. But Megan Thee Stallion, she showed up for Kamala Harris' campaign. That was something that she believed in. It wasn't ultimately successful, but she's not going around here throwing it in everybody's face that she was a part of it. She's not like throwing it in everybody's face that she's aligned with the Democrats and this and that. Like she's not just, you know what I mean? Same thing with Cardi B. She was a part of that campaign as well, but she's not using that as a personality trait. Nicki Minaj has now turned her whatever alliance she has with MAGA into a personality thing. And I just don't like that shit. Now we got all these people, they coming out, oh, we supporting Tory Lanez. Y'all not supporting that nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all can't do shit for him anyway. Oh, don't drug and rob our agents and this and that. The motherfuckers deserve to be I ain't gonna say, oh, look, go, yeah, fuck it. Them niggas deserve it if it happened. Let's be clear, because them niggas out here acting like they got the motherfucking hand of Thor, and these niggas ain't shit. They pulling up in people neighborhoods, disturbing the peace for what reason? So whatever happens to them happens, honestly. You know, Homeland Security. And then I just seen some shit where they talking about the funding for Homeland Security. The motherfuckers done been shut down or some crazy shit. So check this shit out. They say 10 days of darkness comes. A partial government shutdown will happen at midnight tonight for 10 days. The shutdown is scheduled to begin at midnight tonight as funding for the Department of Homeland Security in particular is set to expire. The situation is as follows. Agencies affected, only DHS agencies are facing a shutdown. This includes the TSA, FEMA, the Secret Service, the Coast Guard, and immigration agencies like ICE and CBP. The rest of the government, most other federal departments like Defense, Labor, and Justice are already funded for the remainder of the 2026 fiscal year and will continue operating normally. Operational impact. Many DHS employees are considered essential and will continue to work without immediate pay, including airport security screeners and border agents. So instead of trying to go back and forth with Cardi B, y'all should have been trying to solidify the future of y'all employees, including the employee that was on social media trolling. However, some national parks and non-essential services could see disruptions if the lapse continues. Next steps. With Congress currently away for a holiday recess, the shutdown is expected to last at least through next week unless a deal is reached and lawmakers return for an emergency vote. And this tweet here just exemplifies exactly what it is that I was saying just a few minutes ago. Why is the U.S. Department of Homeland Security on Twitter arguing with Cardi B? Y'all are a federal agency. Your job is national security. Not clapping back at celebrities because they criticized U.S. immigration and customs enforcement. This is so dangerously weird. Using rap and hip hop as gotcha moments, although y'all don't contribute to any of it and don't give a fuck about any of it. And when this shit is no longer in service to whatever agenda that you're pushing, you're not gonna be down here fucking with us. So please leave our shit alone. Y'all can have Nicki Minaj. Do whatever the fuck you want with her. She willingly signed up and is repping that shit super hard. Take her on up through the. As for the rest of us, leave us out of the shit. We out here trying to figure out our fucking lives and how to survive in this fucked up land that y'all are creating for us, no less. Now, getting back to just regular hip hop drama, not the political shit. Getting back to Cardi at the show, this Stunt Khalees account says, I can't believe Cardi B did the mute challenge during Pretty and Petty. Iconic. So y'all know, of course, Pretty and Petty is the record where she went and returned fire at BIA and says, name 5 BIA songs, gun pointed to your head, bow, I'm dead. Yeah, she incorporated a mute challenge, like Beyonce, as a part of this record.
Pretty and petty as fuck. Pretty and petty as fuck. Pretty and petty as fuck. Hosting it, ready, pretty and petty as fuck. Pretty and petty as fuck. Pretty and petty as fuck. Walk a bitch down, nigga sexy as fuck. Name 5 BIA songs, gun pointed to your head.
They didn't catch on. All right. And as this clip was going viral on numerous accounts, we got BIA, who got triggered and decided to come back online. Did you not think that she was going to go and perform this song on tour? The song is a part of the album. You reacted when the album dropped. Now that she's performing the song on tour, You feeling that heat in your bones all over again. I know the pit of your stomach started getting warm and you couldn't take it. But that's what happens when you get in the ring with the big dogs. It's not just going to be one little time, right? You had your moment. And it's sad. Honestly, it is sad because I feel like, even though I've always viewed her as a diet Cardi, I felt like she had potential to still carve out a lane for herself and grow. I think she definitely haltered her growth by trying to go at it with the person who's excelling at the highest level of what it is that you do or want to do. But let's get to what BIA had to say. So as the clips went viral, we had this person here, Iconic Tay, say, name 5 BIA songs, gun pointed to your head. Lil Miss Drama Tour, Cardi B, Pretty and Petty, okay? Just talking about the tour. And BIA decides to show up and says, can you name someone with more BMs than receiving yards? I can, and I know that. You know what? Never mind. So she decided to take a dig at Stefon, which of course, the whole situation with Cardi. Then she comes back and says, life is too good. Y'all be blessed. Now, interestingly enough, this beef with Cardi now extends into the football arena because BIA is also dating a football player. As a matter of fact, I believe she's dating a young man who's about 13 years younger than her. I think he's 21, she's 34. But they don't like when people talk about that. But at the end of the day, you know, hey, more power to BIA, more power to homeboy in the NFL. Enjoy y'all lives, enjoy y'all time. More power to you. You know what I mean? Because people seem to think that I hate her, which I do not. If she dropped a dope song tomorrow, I would say it's dope and react to it. If she dropped a whack song tomorrow, I probably wouldn't. I would just let it fly. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. So again, getting into the tour data before I go, this was reported again earlier before the tour kicked off from the first night out in Palm Desert. At the time, she had 95% of the tickets sold out. Capacity for the venue was 9,187. At the time, it was 8,814. Shortly thereafter, they reported that it was sold out. And there's been some discrepancies on whether or not it was truly sold out. All I can say is, even if they reported it sold out at 95%, which some people would say, hey, that's some bullshit. And I can understand that, but 95%, having 8,000 people in attendance with a 8,800 out of a 9,000 capacity venue. I don't think any artist would call that a loss, even if it weren't particularly sold out. But again, this was reported before actual showtime. So of course, tickets were still going to be on sale up until they ran out. And as it pertains to the entire tour, I also have the touring data for those who want to go into the minutia of the situation. For Cardi's tickets, she has 345,596 possible tickets throughout the duration of her tour. So far, she has sold 307,513. And of course, these dates go into, well, these that have been reported go into April 18th in Atlanta. Okay. So as of now, 88% of all tickets have been sold. So there's that. You know what I mean? That's mostly pre-sale because, of course, she's only done 2 nights. Next show was in Vegas last night. I don't have the data for last night's show. Next show is tomorrow in Inglewood. As of now, there's 89%. And when I say now, I think this report was from a couple days ago. So not even, this stuff isn't all the way completely current. Okay? But she's at 88% off of pre-sales. So just imagine the day of, the days leading into these events, more tickets will be sold. All right. And this is an arena tour. So I think maximum capacity at her events, I think the highest one is, what is this? 13,000 people. 13,877. I think that's the largest venue on this run. No, 13,899 in Chicago at the United Center. So congratulations to Cardi B. This is her first official tour. She's been trying to get on the road since her career started. Relationships, family, children, album delays, everything set her back. She's having her moment. I don't know what else to say. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I had to